Good evening, YouTube. HeirofCarthage here, and we are back in the Sassanid campaign. And I have got a few things going on from the last episode. First of all, before I forget, go back, check out the last episode. I'll put a link in the comments. There's a vote there for the factions that you'd like to see me do next. So please go check that out and thumbs up the comment that represents which one you want me to do. Don't just leave some random comment. I mean, if you do, it's not like I'm going to be mad, but I'm just saying it's easier for me to count. If you go thumbs up the comment that represents the faction that you want me to do next. Anyway, we've got a little bit of Sassanid ownage to deal out first. So Bahram has helped capture more of Egypt. It's about to rebel. We're going to have to keep an eye on it. We should be able to take over Tarsus, which would be a major port city in our control, and we'll have a military port there. There's a few things that concern me right now. There's this... the Magars have a force here. I'm not familiar with these guys, but they look Hunnic in composition. Let's see. I don't know what else we know about them. We could take this spy on the next turn and do a little bit of reconnaissance, but I really want to knock these guys out. I don't want a big old enemy army roaming around my territory, basically. So we'll go after them and try and take them out. Let's see. I'm just going to check my building browser. I think that we're pretty much good for the most part. Bithynia. Yeah, we're all good here. Just see what else. There are buildings I can upgrade, but I'm waiting to stabilize my food situation with more food from Egypt. Indeed, I cannot put any more. I can't put any more. We can do a gold vein, which gives us a huge bunch of wealth, but we're going to need public order boost to support it. We do have this temple going here. If we can capture Alexandria eventually, that would help too. But Alexandria is very much under siege at the moment. And those are the rebels because of the bad... Well, if those rebels grow, hopefully they may be able to challenge Atropatene, get them out of the way. And that could be very handy for me in the end. So we can do local industry, gold veins. You know what, I'll do the gold veins later. Let's just try and stabilize public order. Sanitation is not currently an issue. And I don't think it's going to be an issue just any moment here. Let's go with the town commons, which will give us some public order boost. Is there anything we need to do at Cath? We just captured it. Okay. Nothing else to do here for the moment, except for upgrade this camel herd. That we can and should do. Give us 30 more food and 200 more wealth from animal husbandry. We can still assign a governor, but I think we have to wait another turn until this guy is home. Yeah, he's still traveling, so let's ignore that for now. Go ahead and end this turn. Yeah, we want to keep a close eye on that Magar horde and make sure we crush them. I don't necessarily want to be starting a whole bunch of wars, but I don't just want people roaming around and then at willy-nilly getting way behind my lines and being able to all of a sudden just take one of my cities and cause a big ruckus. So going to nip that in the bud as quick as I can. These folks want a trade agreement.
Find our merchandise most wondrous.
She produce it too,
Why
so
deny them?
their demands. So yeah, so I'm exporting dyes, lead, and wine to them. Yeah, that seems good. Projected income 429. Yeah, it's a lot better deal for them than it is me, but they're offering me some money, so I'll take it.
We value friendship.
Dacia wants a non-aggression pact, but they're just looking for money, and I don't need to give them any money. Geez, one of my family members died there. That sucks. Rebellion's imminent again in Syria and Cilicia and Egypt. And then we got someone who was drunk on watch. So if rebellion's imminent in Cilicia, How's rebellion? Cappadocia, so Iconium. Okay, yeah, it's imminent. I've got an army here though that's right outside of Tarsus. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and hit Tarsus, auto-resolve it, and take it. Give that guy a good clubbing. And occupy.
Ready for orders.
So this will definitely tip off rebellion, which is fine. We'll let it go a little bit, and then I'll snuff it out, basically. I'm going to just dismantle everything the Romans have here and start from scratch. It is a large city, which is going to be potentially useful for me, but it's also going to take some food to support it. But our food is jumping back up now, just due to these other buildings being brought up. This wheat farm is going to really give us some nice boost. And it is summer, which, if there is any seasonal effect, means it'll help. So I've got another client state here, or at least someone that's partially allied. Desert Legionary defectors. But these rebels are going to be growing in strength. We'll see if they get attacked. I'm kind of hoping that they grow strong enough and try and push back both those armies. The Magars are still there. I've pretty much finished replenishing, and we're going to go take these guys out. The Huns are their ally, but I'll just call my allies to help, and then that way if the Huns come in, all of my allies will be trying to attack them.
Victory!
So we're going to attack the Magars. They've got a couple of units. These should be units that have campaign stealth, so maybe some type of skirmisher or cavalry that can deploy anywhere. You got some mounted bowmen. I have some mounted, some Svaran crossbow cav, though, that ought to do very well at annoying these guys. So let's go ahead and have a big fight here. I've got a ton of infantry. It's going to be hard for the Huns to overcome my infantry. They do have an onager, not a big worry. Yeah, I've got plenty of mobility, I think, so let's kick things off. I do have a scout unit that can deploy anywhere. Oh man, I'd love to get it right in behind their lines. This is... what is this? Is this a forest? Yeah, technically a forest. Let's see if we can get these guys actually hidden here. I don't know if we'll actually be able to hide them in such a small forest. I'm really trying to game the system here, huh? To hide these guys over here. Doesn't look like it's gonna work. There's slightly more forest right here, though. Apparently there's some impassable terrain or something here that's making this tricky for me, too. They're not wanting to hide. I can't tell if they're going to hide when the battle starts off or not. I don't think so. I think they'd be hidden now if they could. This stuff doesn't show as forest at all on the map, though. None of this does. So that's probably why it's not working. This shows as forest. Let's try that. It's probably about the best I'm going to get. There they go. They're hidden. So, I mean, not that it's going to do me a lot of good, but at least they won't come straight after me. Let's get a nice wide formation here to just try and swallow up the Magars. And then I've got my Svaran cavalry. Let's use it to try and trick the enemy cav into attacking. We'll keep keep our general and this other cavalry here. I'm going to actually loose formation all my army to try and avoid fire from the incoming onager. So we'll just go straight into loose formation. And I'm just going to walk forward here. We'll do the same thing here. Got our scout cav hidden. I'm going to let the onagers start firing first before I move my cavalry up to start doing some harassment and skirmishing, because I want them to fire my infantry first. Firing at my bowmen would probably be best, so let's move them up ahead of my army, see if we can draw the onager fire. They're about to halt, so if we can get my bowmen up front, they should auto-fire on my bowmen. There we go, all my bowmen are up front. It looks like we're about to, yep, we just drew the artillery fire. Let's see where they're targeted. Hopefully right here on my bowmen. They are. And they're actually getting pretty good kills considering my guys are in loose formation. Okay. Get our Sassanid cataphracts moving. Let's bring our scout cav up a little bit too. They're getting a lot of kills on my bowmen. Way more than they should get. My onagers never get any kills. It says they've only gotten 9 kills, but they've gotten more than that already. I don't think onager kills get counted right from what people are telling me. Let's see if we can make the enemy turn their flank a little bit. Keep bringing our scout cav up. Actually, why am I even doing that? We can just kind of bring it around from behind. Let's take our Armenian spears into a tighter formation and move up. Okay, go ahead and push up here. Okay, let's use our Sassanid cavalry to push in on the flank. I don't think we have to worry about enemy cav fire here, so I'm going to tighten up the formation a little. So we're starting to surround the Magars a little bit. I just gave some kind of order there. I don't know what it was. I think I probably put these guys in melee mode.
Pressing the melee button locks the selected melee capable units into melee mode.
What is that? That's a mercenary step-mounted bow. Let's shoot them real quick. Oh, not heavy shot. Let's go with flaming shot. You don't need to get so close. Wish they would fix that kind of crap. These guys have Parthian shot in campaign? They do. Or at least the mercenary Spartans do. They need to add these guys to the roster of... They need to add these guys to the roster for the Sassanids and multiplayer. Okay, so we're absolutely mowing down the step-mounted... Take these guys off fire at will, give them a quick charge with my Sassanid cataphracts. Target some of their bowmen. Gotta keep an eye on their other cav. So we used our crossbow cav pretty much exactly in the way I'd hoped here and managed to crush a step-mounted brigand. So the crossbow cav is, if it has Parthian shot, and these guys are a little faster too than the ones that you're going to see in multiplayer, so it actually becomes very helpful. So I'm going to let my Sassanid cavalry just hammer this mounted bow real quick. And then my archers, I'm going to switch them over to flaming because the enemy archers really don't have any armor. And then it'll also help route them a little quick. Yeah, you can see my crossbow is just wrecked that horse archer. So let's pull up and see if we can get the step-mounted brigands next. I'm going to pull up my whole army.
Enemy units have been rallied.
The onager should be out of ammunition. It is. And I'm going to target... Yep, here we go. Chase is on now. I'm going to pull away from the enemy skirmish fire. Go into fire at will. Get a little bit of Parthian shot on my pursuers. Pull out here. Take these guys off fire at will. So we did the damage. Got our own cataphracts, a very nice charge on the step-mounted tribespeople, so that's going to do exactly what we wanted it to. So the enemy cavalry out here is going to get destroyed, basically. And then we can just keep our Svaran Cav safe. Very handy unit in campaign. It's the one that's in multiplayer is quite worthless right now, but very handy in campaign. We got our scouts ready to go too. Just need to get a good charge on these spears. And my Svaran Cataphracts should be in a good position to get a charge now. We've caught these mounted bows. Let's use our scouts to finish them off, and let's quickly target these melee cav that are coming back. The mounted tribes people, and they're gone now. Let's just attack them. So the mainline fight, the enemy is going to be coming at me. They've left all their skirmishers open over here though. My Armenian spears are going to do just fine. And we routed the spearmen with a charge. Let's pull back and get our scouts into this cav as well. And let's use this Svaran cavalry real quick to attack these guys. So I got one cataphract unit that's trying to rout because it probably got charged nicely by that step lancer. Let's just get out of combat. Oh, yep. General's getting shot at by all these enemy units. Let's get our 2 bow units pulled free, put them back into a tighter formation. Okay. So all these enemy skirmishers are going to get caught. Here's my Persian noble general. And then I'll catch him from the other direction with my scout cav, which is going to be very fast. And we'll bring the 2 crossbow cav in to finish off the horse archer, which is just going to keep running away from us. Let's go ahead and charge that spearman so it doesn't come back. Yeah, we're going to catch all the enemy archers here. Let's go over and help our general finish off the next one. The enemy general's kind of wandering around back here. We can take all these units too, and let's take these units and move around and do some attacks. I'll correct that in a minute. I just want to keep them moving for now. Come on, get down here.
Refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
Yeah, the enemy general's getting hammered by flaming shot here, and got my forces coming around for some outflanking. So most of their units should start to shatter out now. I'm getting shot a little bit still by these horse archers, but they're going to be within range of my crossbow cav now, which is going to absolutely shred them, and they're caught kind of against the red line.
Their general has been killed.
Enemy general's dead. Flaming crossbow bolts. This isn't going to last long. Not for them, at least. And my guys have Parthian shot as well, so it's going to be a very quick demise for the enemy horse archers here. They just don't have the firepower to compete with that. So we've trashed the Magar army, pretty much. We'll go ahead and end the battle. We definitely had forces capable there. The crossbow cav and my cataphracts getting a lot of kills because we lured out enemy cavalry. It's a great way to go after the AI, and you know, they have to try and protect their flanks, but you can just keep pressuring their flank, and they're going to have to react, and they don't react well all the time. So it's kind of your way to make sure that you take care of them. So this slot here, I'm going to go ahead and use them to replenish my ranks a little, and then we'll chase down that stack the rest of the way and just destroy them before they can do any retraining or get a new general or anything. So we're going to just take a balanced stance because we've got decent skirmishers and whatnot, and we've destroyed that Magar horde. Should gain some prestige and stuff for my general as well. Should be quite nice.
Ready for further orders.
And this province is still stable, so I don't think we destroyed the Magar faction. War declared, enemy killed in battle, rank household, faction encountered. So yeah, we don't have we didn't destroy them, but we've definitely destroyed one of their stacks, which will be nice. And if we go look for them here, Magars, or however you say it, I may be pronouncing these guys wrong. Their other horde is up here apparently. And well, I mean, I say the other horde, the only one that they're willing to show us. They probably won't show us all of them. You got the Huns here too. So anyway, things going pretty well still. We should be able to take this Roman city soon as we go try and conquer this province of Asia and put it under our control. Looks like the Eastern Romans are back in control of Constantinople, but we'll make sure that that doesn't last too long if I have anything to say about it. Yeah, so we've taken Tarsus. We've got stuff lined up for demolition. So Shapur gains a skill. No surprise, he gave that army a pretty big trashing. We get integrity if we go down here too, and subtraction to. Well, this one gives us more zeal also, though that'd be handy. We can get another 2 zeal out of this. Let's go ahead and do that. Shapur. This guy is a governor. I'll just start splitting up and giving him a little bit of everything here. Xerxes' Vengeance, which is commanded by Shapur, has gained level. They can now be immune to desert attrition, which is really cool, and have extra integrity for being in foreign territory, so they will be in very good shape. So we can actually take Bahram and assign him as a governor now, which should be nice. And let's think about where we want to assign him as a governor. Let's put him in Egypt, and then we can issue the teachings of Zoroaster here, 50% from religious unrest. That would be pretty good, gives us extra growth. This one gives us growth to Zoroastrianism, which would be nice. Let's do this one for a while, and then we'll, well, I don't know how much we need growth, to be honest, so let's just do the one that will help spread Zoroastrianism. And I think we are ready to end a turn. Okay, got a Roman agent. That's probably the one we wounded before. We need to bring up our spy and go after them again. Now I know it could definitely lead to some hostilities, but hopefully crushing that Magyar army will help them understand to stay off my Sassanid land. And if I have to, I can train more troops. I've got plenty of money at this point. Just trying to hold off in order to be cost efficient at the moment, but I have more than enough money to train troops and take care of hordes that start coming in. And I haven't even focused really a whole lot yet on upgrading my military capability. I've been trying to jump quickly into economy, so we have a lot of room to grow in strength as far as any of that's concerned. So the rebels did just come out there and do some slaying. That's good. There was a rebellion in Syria and Cilicia and Egypt. But in Egypt, there's a few rebels right here, and I'm actually going to let them grow a little stronger on the next turn. These guys are still growing in strength here and just beat down a couple of troops, and hopefully they'll go after the guys sieging Alexandria. So I'm actually kind of hoping they'll gain some steam. So our spy here, let's go see if we can assassinate this agent. Last time we must have just wounded them. Success. So we wounded them again, it looks like. And then these... Let's go ahead and take out the rebels here, because we got an army in position to destroy these rebels. So just go ahead and get rid of them before they grow any stronger. And I'll use them to go ahead and replenish a few of my forces. So that ought to give us a little bit of time here, and then we can go ahead and move into the province of Asia. Start hitting it on the next turn, so we'll be in perfectly good shape to take it out. And yeah, like I said, I think I'm going to let this rebel army grow for one more turn, just so it takes the public order, public disorder down some, actually, is what I'm going to be going for. So we've got this building that will definitely be worth building, because it'll help spread Zoroastrianism faster, and I think if we build it up enough, we can train priest out of it, potentially. Could be wrong, but I think we can. This will give us a little more public order. We can go ahead and upgrade that wheat field and this city center. And as we grow, we can eventually build some sanitation as necessary. So shouldn't be a big deal there. We do have a little rebellion here near Syria. Could be problematic because these guys are going to be getting more troops on the next turn. So have to consider what we want to do with that. Nova Trajana. So yeah, I don't really know exactly what I want to do about it, but I think we're pretty much out of time for this episode. We'll figure it out in the next episode what we want to do. Until then, hope y'all are enjoying it. We do need to take care of some buildings in Tarsus. Let's do that before I forget. We'll do a military jetty because we need a good solid port. We'll build a religious building here as well. So this is the one that allows me to train priest, so that's the one I want to build. So we'll convert to this one. I wonder if the other one can too. Yeah, both of them do it. So this one actually provides some sanitation, but slightly less bonus for spreading Zoroastrianism, but really seems like a handy tree. I like that. I actually think I'm going to go with that. It spreads it a little slower, but has less side effects. So that's kind of cool. Let's convert this one over to courthouse, and I do need some military structure. Let's tear that down and see what we can get going here. And then I'd like to have some sanitation here as well, so we'll start up a waterworks. Anyway, Heir of Carthage, signing off.